Hello everybody and welcome back for some more Driversroom Festival of Speed, otherwise known as DRFS. We are here at the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg, Austria, not to be confused with Australia, which is on the other side of the world. But let's not wait any longer and go to the grid order of today's exciting race. In first place we have Lionessy. He has put his car on pole for today. Then we have the Roberts Dog in second place alongside with O'Reilly. Then in fourth place we have DJ Rice, and in fifth we have MS2 Fast. Sixth is for RJ Cool and seventh is occupied by MJ Mercer. Eighth is then for Mr. Sean and ninth is for Flapjack. That's the grid order of today's race. Let's see what this race will bring us. It is almost lights out. And away we go for round 5 of DRFS. Looks to be a good start from Lionessy, but MS2 of us all the way up into third place, now running a bit wide into turn 1. But he gained some spots for sure there. Although now DJ Rice in turn 2 and upcoming turn 3 will re-overtake Miss MS2 Fast. And Mr. Sean behind might also have a look up the inside. There's a bit of contact, then another bit of contact, and then there's all sorts of shoving, and Flapjack is into the wall. MS2 Fast waits for him, and Flapjack is now unfortunately in last place. MS2 Fast showing the blinkers, and Flapjack does have some damage on the front of his car. But back to the front now. Lioness is still holding the lead now. O'Reilly a bit closer to the Rob's Dog, catching up a bit into the second sector, now into the third sector. Third sector only having 4 corners, so actually that's not even the least amount of corners in the sector. It's actually sector 1, which has only 1 corner. No, it's 2 corners, excuse me. But anyway, end of lap 1, it is Lionessy who is in the lead, followed by the Roberts Dog and O'Reilly. DJ Rice is in 4th, and I believe that is also the same way they started in their grid slots. The Roberts Dog is flashing his lights a lot. I am not sure why. Maybe he is accidentally pressing that button when he is holding the brakes. No. Interesting. I have no clue, but in the meantime, O'Reilly did an excellent job of getting himself up into second place. A lovely move up the inside of the Roberts Dog, who didn't defend it very much. DJ Rice in 4th place, maybe looking for a opportunity if the guys in front start battling, which they already have done. He might be able to get a position or 2 maybe. Mr. Sean, his teammate, is behind him in 5th with RJ Cool, closely following Mr. Sean. Now into the penultimate corner, 2 90 degrees turns, or almost 90 degrees at least. Then onto the main straight. RJ Cool is very close. Will he be able to get a move on with the slipstream? He moves to the inside, brakes early, so thought better of it. Ooh, does get a wide line out of turn 1. Will it be a penalty for him? Yes it is, in half second time penalty, which he has already served, so great. Mr. Sean now in 6th place, but it didn't look like RG Cool did get the best of traction out of that turn 3. But RG Cool stays in 5th and in front of Mr. Sean for now. And Mr. was now up into 7th place, overtaking MJR Mercer. And Flapjack unfortunately all the way back after that lap 1 incident. I don't think the stewards will have a look at it, but I will certainly let you guys know if the stewards have decided something. And time flies because it's already the end of lap number 3, as Linus sets the fastest lap of the race so far, a 1 minute 33.583. It's a pretty good time, I have to say. Robersdorp doing a 134.4, about a second slower. DJ Rice a 134.5 and O'Reilly a 133.8. So Linus is about 3/10 clear of everybody else. RG Cool a 135 flat. MS Toolfast did a good job on his personal best, which was set on lap number 2, a 1 minute 33.7. Mr. Sean a 1 minute 33, yeah, 1 minute 36.2 for Mr. Sean, 1 minute 36 for MJ Mercer, and a 1 minute 34 for Flapjack. But Flapjack does have a bit of damage again. Oh yes, just a lot of wheel spin at the exit of turn number 3. And that has unfortunately lost him some more time and cost him a bit more damage as well at the same time. So not the greatest opening of a race for Flapjack, that's for sure. Hopefully he will still gain a position or two, who knows. This race will probably be a no-stopper if they can stretch the fuel. I think some of them can, but others might dive into the pits. Tire wear for now is not looking too bad, as MS Toolfast is just flying through the field, setting the fastest lap of the race so far on his last lap, and now is going for an overtake on RJ Cool easily at turn 2 and now turn 3, going out the outside now, which turns into the inside for turn 3. And MS Toolfast is now up into 5th position, but the fastest lap was a 1 minute 33.4, so about a tenth and a half quicker than Lioness's lap. O'Reilly 2/10 quicker last lap than Lionessy, but is he catching up enough, or was that just one lucky lap for him? Or just an unlucky lap for Lionessy? We'll have to see on that. Robert's dog falling away a bit into the reach of DJ Rice. And then we have of course MS Toolfast, who is catching up by a lot. Then RJ Cool in 6th place with a bit of clear air behind him. Mr. Sean is in 7th place. Then behind Mr. Sean is MJ Mercer with Flapjack now in last place. I think Lionessy will make it to the end without a stop, because as you can see in the bottom left side of the screen, you can see the fuel meter. That one is about 75%, and we have already done 25% of the race. Getting up to a third now. So yeah, you can do the math, and I think it all checks out. So he will be able, O'Reilly, think as well. Robert's dog will be fine, DJ Rice will be fine. I think everybody else will be fine as well. So now the field is a bit spread out. Not too many battles going on. I think the biggest battle might be for 6th place with Mr. Sean behind. Did RJ Cool cross the white line there? I don't think so. I think it was just with the right amount of space left on the curb. I think he will be in the clear, setting his personal best lap of the race so far. A 1 minute 34.857. So about 1.5 seconds slower each lap than the guys in front. MS2 fast, keeping setting personal best, and with that also the personal overall laps or sectors in the first sector. Going 1/10 quicker this time around. Can he keep that form up till the end of the lap? Oh, actually he does not. He goes in way too hot into turn 5. And that will certainly cost him a lot of time. Yeah, 3.5 seconds I think he has lost there about. And now RJ Cool is very close to him. Up now into the penultimate corner. RJ Cool might get a good slipstream off of MS2 Fast, as MS2 Fast gets himself a half a second penalty for crossing the track limits at, I think it was the penultimate corner. But that won't help MS2 Fast with his fight for the podium positions. As DJ Rice is falling back a bit from the Robert's dog. Robert's dog just setting very good at lap times at the moment. Last time around a 1 minute 33.680. Which is only marginally slower than our current leader, Lioness, with a 1 minute 33.4, setting the fast personal best lap in the previous lap as well. But now I wonder, the timing charts aren't showing who got the fastest lap. It's still MS2 Fast who got it. By a little bit, only 4/10. Do you say it correctly? Yeah, only 4/10 of a second. Now I'm completely lost. Not 4/10, 4/100. Excuse me for that. 4/100 is the difference between the lap time between Lioness and MS2 Fast, who are now in 1st and 5th place. O'Reilly also having some good pace, 1 minute 33.5 as his fastest lap. Then Robert Stoke with a 33.6. Then DJ Rice with a 134.4. So yeah, there's quite a difference between the top 3 and DJ Rice. Last time round, MS2 Fast went even quicker with a 1 minute 33.330. Just showing that he does have a lot of pace. Couldn't really show it in qualifying, I believe. But now it's just a case of putting in those fast laps and not making any mistake or only marginal ones. Because I think he definitely wants that podium. And if it wasn't for the lap 1 clash with him and Flappy, and I think Mr. Sean was also involved in that, then it would have been a lot better. Bit of redlining or bit early downshift for MS2 Fast, as he's now at 50% of his fuel with just about 50% of the race done and 50% more to go. So now is the case. O'Reilly has a 1 second penalty for track limits, and as well is a tad below the required fuel, I believe. So I hope for him that it will be alright and that he won't run out of fuel like he has done previously. Because that would be another big problem. But for now, at the back, it is MJR Mercer, who is now in threat of losing a position to Flapjack. Flapjack putting in a steady 134s for the last couple of laps, while MJR Mercer is on average like the 135, 135.5 ish lap time. So I hope for him that he can make up or that he can keep that position, although I also would love to see a bit more action and maybe even an overtake from Flapjack as they head now into the penultimate corner and the last corner of the track. A bit of slide from Flapjack, but as we have seen with these cars all season long, they are definitely slidey, and for this time round it has cost him a half a second penalty. Braking hard for turn 1, then up the I think you can call it almost a back straight. It's the longest straight on the circuit. Well, straight. Here is turn 2. Don't know why that's the turn, but it is. Then Zone 3, biggest braking zone of the circuit, as he loses it again on the traction zone. He lost the rear of the car, just putting too much power down, and that has cost him big time this time around, because he spun around completely, had to reverse, and now is a long way behind M.J. Mercer. Only about 11 to 12 minutes left to go till this race will be over, and I think it will be Linesi who will take the victory. He is so far ahead that I don't think anyone can catch up to him. Albeit that MS2 Fast is going like a rocket ship at the moment, almost 2/10 up on the best lap time overall in this race so far, which he set on lap number 8. DJ Rush almost getting into the 1:33s, not quite there yet, 1/10 off. I don't think that he will be putting in those quick laps after this one, because then he needs to defend from MS2 Fast behind him, because MS2 Fast is now really upping the pace, as he gets a half a second penalty for corner cutting. Not really what you want to see, but on the other hand, doesn't have such a big impact on the race. It will only let you miss out on 3 bonus points once the race is over. Everybody is really spread out at the moment, apart from O'Reilly the Roberts Dog, and maybe DJ Rice and MS2 Fasts. Because the Roberts Dog now is also closing in on O'Reilly, as they both go a bit deep into turn 4. You can just see that MS2 Fast is catching up and already seeing his target through the windscreen in front of him. Ooh, but he goes in a bit deep at the penultimate corner. Will that give him another half a second penalty? I'm not sure, but I think he will get away with it this time. Maybe the next time he won't be so lucky. Stewards aren't the most predictable around here. Again, very quick sector 1 from MS2 Fast, going full tenths quicker than DJ Rice on the last lap alone, but the tire wear does start to kick in now, as MS2 Fast does have a lot more tire wear, a lot more sliding from him. Ooh, and as I say that, he gets a big snap of oversteer. Luckily he can hold it together, but that will do no good for him at all, not for the time between him and DJ Rice, but not for his tires as well. I am not sure why Robusdog is flashing his lights like that all the time. Maybe he wants to get my attention with his commentary. I'm not sure. But definitely makes for a fun sight to see. He does it also very consistently. Yeah. Strange. But think we can't do much about it because he's now on track. I will ask him after the race what actually was his idea behind it, or if he had any idea at all that it was happening. Last lap, DJ Rice and MS2 were pretty even. But now the Robusdog has come very much closer to O'Reilly in front. And now will be the question if he goes for a move. Does he go for it this time? Ooh, he doesn't go for it. O'Reilly doesn't defend it as either. But I think he will do it on the main straight. Getting a good exit out of that final corner, and there he goes. Ooh, a bit of moving from O'Reilly, probably not intentional. But Robusdog is now in front, although not getting the greatest line out of turns 1. As O'Reilly gets half second penalty for corner cutting. But they are now side by side, even inside each other. As O'Reilly tries the old switcheroo. Does it work for him? They are side by side. It's a drag race to turn 4. Who brakes the latest? Who brakes too late? They both make the corner. A bit of banging doors, but they are still side by side. It's such an intense battle we're seeing here. Now turn 5. Still side by side. Turn 6 now, as O'Reilly's now under 10% of fuel. Can he hold it for much longer? That's the question, without losing too much fuel. But for now it is the Robusdog who takes second place into the penultimate corner. It will be 3 more laps for these guys. My voice is all getting a bit weird, but there will be 3 more laps for at least the top 5, as MS2 gets a 1 second penalty for corner cutting. Arjiku will also make it for a 3rd lap. But I don't think Mr. Sean... Oh, he might actually. Mr. Sean might do a 3rd lap as well. I think he will do that. Then we have Jummers in 8th. He will complete only 2 more laps. And Flapjack will do the same. But O'Reilly is looking really low on fuel as behind. There's the yellow flag, and there is DJ Rice at turn 3. Oh, getting onto the curb and just spinning straight into the wall, having picked up damage along the way. That's kind of obvious, but yeah, on the front bumper he got some damage, and now he has dropped down to 6th place. He was running in 4th for such a long time. MS2 was now also below 10% of fuel. I think O'Reilly and MS2 need to go into the pits to have another splash of fuel. O'Reilly now really saving 2 seconds down as the Roberts dog there just in front looked to be going a bit slowly, but I think that was just a mistake from me. But O'Reilly now really having to lift and coast and put in fuel mix 4, 5 or even 6 for that matter, as MS Tufas is also dangerously low. Last lap a 1 minute 36.5 for O'Reilly, about 2 seconds slower than he normally does. 2 or 2.5 seconds slower, and MS Tufas about a second slower. But I don't think they're gonna make it. I seriously doubt that. And now DJ Rice hoping to salvage just one another position. He's also below 10% of fuel. Mr. Sean there as well. Everybody is below 10%, so it's gonna be a tricky one. And John Mercer is on his final lap. Luckily for him, Flapjack is as well. Linesi now also below 10% of fuel. It's gonna be tight with a couple of guys. But is O'Reilly gonna jump into the pits? No, he is not. He rather stays out and tries to complete just one another lap, as MS Tufas does get another penalty as he crosses the finish line. He has just managed to make it. That's why he slowed down. He could just make it. RJ Cool comes home in 5th and DJ Rice in 6th. I didn't expect that at all. Mr. Sean will come home in 7th place with just enough fuel. And John Mercer caught up a bit to him and will take 8th place, sorry. Next to cross the line will be Flapjack. A bit of a disastrous race for him, unfortunately. Hopefully next week he will do a bit better. But he will be rounding the final 2 corners now, and he will take home a 9th place finish. But the winner out here today will be Lionessy, who put in a stellar job. The blinkers of happiness are on, and he has just done as much as he could. He takes victory out here in round 5 of the RFS. Roberts Dog, his teammate, comes home in 2nd place, also very happy with that result. And O'Reilly had run out of fuel. So he will just take this lap to wave to all the fans and visitors to the track as he will round the final corner for the 20th and final time. O'Reilly will take the last podium spot. That was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, it was to the end. It was very exciting at the front, but it was sure a good race. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week for some more Driversroom Festival of Speed. Until then, I will see you guys. Bye bye.